Theorem. So the exterior angle theorem simply states that if you have a triangle and one of the sides was extended outward past the triangle, we have a relationship with the exterior angle. The relationship with that exterior angle has to do with the other two interior angles. But let's first understand why this is true. In order to understand the exterior angle theorem, you need to know the triangle sum theory and what supplementary angles are. So let's start with supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are two angles whose sum of their measure is 180. So what we have here are two angles, and if we were to add their measures together, so if I call this angle A and I call this angle B, I can make the statement that angle A plus angle B will equal 180 degrees. That is what a supplementary angle is. And if we go back to our triangle here, if I kind of focus on this area, I can see that by extending a side of the triangle past the triangle, we can see we have created two supplementary angles. I can use A to describe the interior angle of the triangle, and B, not to describe, I guess, to label the exterior angle. The sum, so if we were to add the measure of A and B together, they would equal 180 degrees. So that's the first thing you need to make sure that you fully understand. The other thing you need to make sure you understand is the triangle sum theory. The triangle sum theorem simply states that if you were to add the measure of all three interior angles of a triangle, their sum would always be 180. I do have a video on this if you would like to go and review as to why, but it is important that you understand that the sum, so if we add the measures of all three interior angles every single time, it would be 180 degrees. Now that we've reviewed the triangle sum theorem and what supplementary angles are, you're going to be able to see that the exterior angle theorem is basically a combination of these two concepts. So I have a basic figure here, and I have labeled the four angles that are going to be involved. So the three interior angles are labeled A, B, and C, and then our one exterior angle is labeled with D. And I'm going to build some equations here. So based on the concept of supplementary angles, I can state that angle C plus angle D will equal 180 degrees because together they make a straight line. I can also write an equation related to the triangle sum theory. I know that angle A and angle B and angle C, their sum will always be 180 degrees. Notice that both of the equations I wrote equal 180 degrees. Due to the associative property, because A plus B plus C equals 180, but over here, C and D also equal 180, we can basically remove their commonality and make the statement that the sum of angles A, B, and C will equal the sum of angles C and D. Since C is on both sides of this equation, we can subtract C from both sides. This is zeroing out the C's, and we can do this because due to the fact that it is an equation, as long as we do the same thing to both sides, we are not changing the value. So, by doing that, I have basically created the exterior exterior angle theorem. A and B will equal angle D. And so what that looks like back up here in our figure or our drawing is that the two interior angles, their sum will equal the measure of its opposite exterior angle. Let's try an example. Using the exterior angle theorem, we can find the measure of D. Remember that when one side of a triangle is extended out past the triangle, we create an exterior angle. That exterior angle, its measure, is the sum of the two opposite interior angles. Notice I am not using the interior angle that is connected to the exterior angle. So I can write this statement that says, if I claim this to be A and label this to be B again, I know that angle A plus angle B will equal angle D. And I can replace each value. I'm told that angle A has a measure of 49, and I am told that angle B has a measure of 82. And so I can use this information now to find the measure of angle D. I just need to add the two together. So I have my 82 plus 49. 9 plus 2 is 11, carry the 1. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. And so I know that angle D has a measure of 131 degrees due to the exterior angle theorem. I want to quickly point out that there are many different exterior angles that can be created from triangles, and that the exampled figure that I had been using up until this point is only one example. As you can see here, we've made an exterior angle, and that would equal the sum of the two opposite interior angles. Same thing for all of these triangles. I can find the exterior angle that is created by extending one side out past the triangle by adding the measures of the opposite two interior angles. And then again down here, it does work with right triangles. If I simply add the measures of the two opposite interior angles, that will give me the measure of the exterior angle. In our final example here, I want to show how to use the exterior angle theorem when we have variables or expressions provided as the degree of a measure, or the measure of an angle. So notice my figure here. I'm going to quickly remind us that I'm just going to use A, B, and D. Remember, the letters don't actually matter as long as you understand their placement. So I'm going to remind myself that according to the exterior angle theory, the sum of my two interior angles will equal the measure of its opposite exterior. So measure A plus measure B will equal measure D. Just like we did on the previous example, I am going to replace each angle with the value provided. So I can see that angle A is 9x plus 4. So I'm going to write 9x. Actually, let me do it in black because I will color code later. So 9x plus 4, that was A, plus, and then again, notice B is 4x minus 1. So 4x, plus 1. And again, that is B value. And then I'm told that D is 83. So I'm going to use the exterior angle theorem to not only find the value of x, but then the measure of each angle for both A and B. So by replacing A, B, and D with the provided values from the figure, I have basically created one equation with only one type of variable. And that is important because we can only have one type of a variable to solve. So if I'm trying to figure out what x is, because I need to know x in order to figure out the measures of B and A, which is kind of my main goal here, is to find the measures of unknown angles. So I'm simply going to solve this equation to find the value of x. So let's start by combining our like terms. I started using some colors here, but we can see that we have a 9x, and then we are adding it to a 4x. Well, 9x plus 4x would be 13x. Noticing that I also have two terms that do not have a variable. They're integers, and so I can combine those together. 4 plus 1 is just a positive 5. And then, of course, I can't forget my equals 83. Now I simply have a two-step equation. 13 is my coefficient, and 5 is my constant. I need to eliminate my constant first, making sure whatever I do to one side, I do to the other as well. Bringing down my 13 times x, or 13x, I now have a one-step equation where I need to divide both sides by 13 in order to eliminate the constant. And so from here, I can kind of, I guess, 1 out, if you will. 13 divided by 13 is 1, and so I only have 1x remaining, which is my goal. And then now I need to take 78 and divide it by 13, and that gives me 6. So I solved the equation after plugging in the values provided to me in what I guess you can kind of say is the exterior angle equation. But we're not done, because we found the value of x, but now we need to use that in order to find the measure of A and B. So remember that the measure of A is 9x, or 9 times x, and then plus 4. I will never be able to figure out A if I don't know x. But remember, we do know x. It's 6. And so when I substitute or replace x with 6, I can now follow the order of operations, and I will multiply 9 times 6 first, giving me 54, and then I will add 4, telling me that the measure of angle A is 58 degrees. Now I just need to do the same thing, but with measure B. Because remember, from right up here, angle B, its measure is 4x, or 4 times x, plus 1. But again, x is 6. And so I can substitute or replace x with 6 and follow the order of operations in order to solve for the measure of B. I need to multiply 4 times 6 first, giving me 24, before I can add the 1, giving me my final answer that the measure of angle B is 25 degrees. I was able to calculate the unknown value of x, and then used it to find the measure of angle A and the measure of angle